today.
Oh, good Monday morning.
Hanging in there.
Welcome, welcome. So, how are things going in your lives today?
I mean, I started on insurance phone calls at 8 o'clock in the morning because they decided that after years of covering brand specific Adderall, that they will no longer be covering brand specific Adderall. For my daughter,
Oh my gosh.
I was just trying to get like her meds filled and her med order sent to the school before school started and like get all that stuff taken care of. So I made those phone calls on Friday, went to fill her meds, and it was like, I don't know, $680 for her meds. And I was like, that doesn't make sense because it's normally like 30 bucks or something. And so now we found out that as of July 1st, CVS Caremark isn't covering the brand drug anymore because they said that there's no medical need, even though they like did the prior auths and did all of this stuff like years ago. Now, no more. So that I've been dealing with that. I filled out a PH95 application for her like a while ago for Medicaid, but they rejected that too. So she's probably gonna have to go on generic meds. I don't know. Did anyone else ever have like an issue with the
Oh
insurance
my
just
gosh.
randomly
No,
deciding to stop covering something?
no. But for our listeners, what is PH95 though?
Oh, it's they you're not supposed to call it a loophole, but it's a law that says that children with disabilities should be covered under Medicaid regardless of like economic status. So
Right,
even though financially we don't qualify, she should qualify based on diagnosis and need for treatment.
right.
But she has been rejected every time we have tried. So
Chrissy, have you called the number to apply? Uh I have had success with actually having one of their operators and talking with them about the diagnosis, and then my kids were all accepted. Um you really should not be having any trouble getting her into
Exactly.
PH95.
they
Yeah.
booted her after preschool age, like after early intervention, and I've never been able to get her back on again. I mean,
That's
no, we both have commercial insurance through like work if we need it. Like Frank has us all covered, but I also have it. So I never really pushed the issue till now. I can't get anything like covered for her. Even like the therapies and stuff we were doing wasn't covered. And then we got that, like we got like an educational evaluation done and we paid for that out of pocket too. So it would help probably. I have two kids with like identified things. One is covered, one I can't get covered. So I don't know. I have to work on that, I guess.
Yes.
I've gotten other people help getting their kids covered. I just can't get my own kid covered.
yeah.
We're gonna have
Uh,
to help you. We'll help
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I need help.
But
Yeah,
that's a
maybe
step.
you
Oh my gosh. Just to fight to get the medication covered.
I mean,
Who can afford that?
here's the problem with the generics. Like I take a generic Adderall, like I don't, it's fine. The problem with her is she was sensitive to the different generics. So like if it was a steady the same like maker all the time, it would be fine, but the pharmacies change the generic like manufacturers all the time. So you're getting a different formulation. And with generics, they only have to be 80% like relative to the brand. So she could be getting like different variations. And so like one would work really well for her, but others wouldn't work well for her. So we opted to try to get her the brand name so it was the same all the time.
Yeah,
But it's not like you didn't try.
right.
Right, there was proof of the failure, but it was too now it's a long time ago, so we have to fail again because it's been 5 years or something. I don't there's so much gross red tape in insurance that I like can't even wrap my brain around it. Like we have CVS Caremark, we have I was in the app looking at it, so I have like the formulary list of like what they cover, what the tiers are, that kind of stuff. Well, apparently that's just their generic list. They don't have individual plans formulary lists. You just have to do trial and error. So, like this has nothing to do with my daughter, it's on my own. I'm trying to get like a weight loss med covered and it's listed as covered on the formulary list. It's listed as in our plan, but then when you go to run it, like they don't cover anything. So it's all
Yeah.
scam. I'm sorry.
It's
Insert
not
letter.
covered, period.
Yeah,
Yeah.
commercial insurance is a scam. Everybody like makes a big deal about, oh, commercial insurance is better, commercial insurance is this, commercial insurance is that. It's a giant scam. I know like my sons they have Medicaid because they were adopted. It was part of like their adoption agreement. And they cover everything. No prior auth, no fight, no weird, like the list matches what they cover. But
Right.
then these commercial plans, I mean, it costs my husband's job like $40,000 a year to cover us in these plans, and they don't cover anything. Nothing makes sense. We get all kinds of weird bills and I can't make sense of them. I don't know. It's all a scam to me. It's making my head hurt.
We have had to fight for weight loss medication again, not covered through the primary insurance. So we had to fight through the secondary. The Medicaid would pay for it, but every single time we have to, the insurance will say it will be denied, right? Because it has to go through the primary insurance to get denied to get covered through the secondary every single time. But it's literally not covered, even though there is a reason for it to be relevant, to be taken. Even if there is a like diagnosed for like diabetes or any of that information, there is a reason for the to take it.
It's ridiculous. Well, they're saying that I don't have comorbidities, which I guess sort of, but I have PCOS, which they say like that's insulin resistance, therefore I should be covered under the diabetes version of it. But they're like, no, your blood work, they had to have all these labs done. I got all the labs done, and like, your labs are good, you don't need it. And it's like, that's fine. I'll just be 5 foot tall with the 40 BMI and just roll around. Just roll through the doorway. It's fine. Perimenopause is hitting real hard over here, and I cannot get weight off the way that I used to.
Yeah, trying to go through insurance is just not fun. Like we have to do it all.
Nightmare. I started my Monday morning off with that. 7:45 a.m. I'm on the phone with Caremark getting ready to clock into work. Like, let me take care of this. And they're like, yeah, there's nothing we can. Your doctor has to fill out paperwork, which they will. They're fine. It's not the doctor's office. It's these insurance companies. The doctors think this is all a scam too.
Yeah. For this particular prescription, have you tried the GoodRx card? Sometimes if if for whatever reason the insurance won't cover this time and you really need it, you can try that GoodRx card, and that might bring the cost down. You can actually search it yourself to see what the price will be at your particular pharmacy. We've had to use that a bunch of times for the kids and my husband, who takes a lot of medications.
Good to know.
Yeah, the Walgreens app actually, like if you fill your prescriptions at Walgreens, the Walgreens app gives you the option to search for the best coupon code. So like GoodRx is in there, but there's a bunch of other ones in there too. And we brought it down and we ended up buying it was like $150 for this month. But the weight loss meds, even with those cards, are like $1,300.
Yeah, I haven't even looked into that. My doctor said they won't give any medications unless you have diabetes. So, which that's neither here nor there. But yeah, calling insurance and doing insurance stuff, especially for moms like us that have kids that have issues that are running around and tugging on us, it's impossible. It is impossible to spend hours on the phone. And
we just had, like our insurance, like we're only able to go to certain pharmacies. And so our Rite Aid closed. We can't go to CVS anymore. So we're only able to go now to like Walmart or Walgreens. Our Walgreens closed near us. So now I can only go to like Walmart around here. So it's like I have to go like 30 miles to the nearest. It's like, where am I going to go?
Jill's having that same problem. And actually, our Walgreens doesn't take our insurance either. So it's literally only Walmart and Giant Eagle, where we live, is the only
Oh,
ones
there's
that
no
take
dining around me.
our work insurance. Well, my husband's company is well, it was based here, like in South Point, but now they merged with Archcoal, which is like a much bigger coal company. So now it's based somewhere else. So our insurance plan is weird now, and like places that it'll cover and won't cover. So we're talking about switching from his work to our insurance.
Mail in pharmacies or something.
I don't know what I mean, but so yeah, everyone's like, oh, commercial insurance is so much better, and here we are with commercial insurance, and all of us are like dying trying to figure out the process. And they make these processes so hard that people won't fight. Like they make this getting brand name drugs covered so difficult and such a pain in the butt that people will just be like, screw it, I'm not doing it, just whatever. That's why they do it this way. Yeah, like I'm someone that's good with paperwork. I mean, I do like social services for a living. I can handle this, and I still want to like jump through the thing and punch the desk.
That would be fun. That would be fun to watch.
I'm full of rage this week.
Yeah. But it is ridiculous. I mean, and for, you know, adults, it's okay, but for your kids, you can't let your kids suffer through trials. It's like you already know what's gonna work. Why do we have to go through this? You want to ask those people on the phone, do you have kids? Do you have kids that have issues? Because would you put your kids through that? No, you would not.
I mean, she's going into 8th grade. We've been doing this since the middle of 1st grade. Like we know what works and what doesn't. We haven't like they made us fail on other stuff too before they would even it's wild to me. And it's worked.
That's start another school year off on a different medication either. You know what I mean?
Before school starts, like it starts in 3 weeks. Like I'm not plus like when you're 13, your hormones are all over the place and you're struggling with like all of that stuff anyway. Like let's change this med you've been on for 7 years right before you go back to your first day of 8th grade.
Right.
Can you like appeal it?
Yes, and my doctor's working on that now. Our family doctor's super cool. But as far as like some of it goes, like you're just limited to what the insurance covers. And you can't find like proper paperwork or contracts or plan information. Like it's almost impossible. I emailed my husband's HR guy to see if he could send me like a handbook or something for this part. And our health insurance is different than who does the prescription. So they have like an insurance rep, but it's for the Aetna, not for the Caremark. So we just like live in a nightmare. I don't know what's going on.
It's not one thing, it's another, right? Especially for you, Chrissy. It seems like you just have one thing going on after another.
Every minute. I told you guys we had to buy a new vehicle this week, didn't I?
No.
Last week. Oh yeah. My husband didn't properly change the oil in his truck like to the warranty company's maintenance specifics. He did it like every 5,000 miles instead of every 3,000 miles, so they wouldn't cover when his engine blew. So we bought a brand new 2025 Dodge Ram this week because they had rebates that would offset our upside downness on the old loan, so at least we started fresh. But I really, really didn't want a $1,000 car payment. But here we are.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure your husband's loving driving that around, though.
So. Yes, his poor wife that manages the family budget, who's never had a brand new car in her life, though.
Yeah, you're crying.
His third one in a row. I don't know how fair that is.
That's not fair. Yeah.
I buy the used ones with 40,000 miles on them, certified pre-owned.
Yeah, that's bad. And then you had flooding. You really had.
I had a great time. My garage, the water when South Franklin flooded. We live, Washington County's huge. My township's so small. It's got like, I don't know, 800 people in it, and our little township's all that flooded. Nothing else did. Just us.
I know Pennsylvania sure has had like the events of flooding. I mean, all over the place.
Weird. We're like up on top of a hill. It was the water dams are like down below us, and there's tributaries running into the water dams, and one of the tributaries was the groundwater is just full. And we have my house was built in 1978, and it's the original wooden garage doors. We knew they were on their way out, but they were still functioning the way we wanted them to. That water busted through them. Like it didn't leak in through them. It busted the bottom panels of the garage doors. I don't have a finished basement. It like wasn't the end of the world. It was just I had to rewash a bunch of laundry out of my laundry room. But it has a funky smell. I'm gonna have to go get a dehumidifier or something.
Yeah.
I've had a really good week, everyone, just in case anyone out there's wanting to know.
I feel for everybody this past like couple months, like I swear, like across Pennsylvania, Lancaster, I know was dealing with so much weather. I know my aunt was messaging me because I was like, Lancaster doesn't really get flooding, and I was like, you're getting flooding. I know that Chrissy, you were getting flooding. I'm like, what is going on with the weather across the states? Like everywhere was dealing with flooding. I'm just like, and then the heat and the humidity, and now air today, the air quality is really bad today. I was seeing like if you have air, problems with breathing today was going to be a problem. And I'm just like, okay, like could we wake up in 2026 or something? Because it's just like not
It is
2025
crazy.
has not been a good year so far.
It is crazy. Well, I feel like in 2 different times this year, you don't live here, Tracy, and you're like overseeing us. So I feel like when you read my notes and you're like, had to cancel due to road closures, due to flooding, I'm like, they're going to start thinking I make this crap up. But I promise it's real. I'm glad you saw that on the news because you tagged me on that Facebook thing. I'm glad you saw that because I was like, she's going to think I just like, I'm making up crazy stories about stuff happening here.
I know. I was like, Washington County again, like, oh
I'm like,
my
I
gosh.
promise we really do have all these power outages and all these road closures because of flooding. Like, I promise I'm not just trying to get out of work.
You're getting it. You're getting hit hard. You are. But you're not, Julia. You've been pretty good.
You know what? Where I live in Northeast PA, I'm on we're on a mountain. So, and I think the weather just doesn't get over to us sometimes. Like I'll see it coming across the state and then it dissipates. We really haven't had a whole lot of bad rain. Thank goodness, you know what I mean? But we've been pretty lucky. Now our grass is growing. Excuse me, there's a cat on the table. Our grass is growing pretty fast, but that's my husband's job, so I don't have to worry about that.
But see, now you guys, you'll hear from me in the wintertime though, because I
you
get hit
get pummeled in the winter. Pummeled.
because talking about Erie County, like I get hit hard.
I was going to send search and rescue for you a couple times. I was really worried about your furnace in the middle of the winter. Yeah. I'd be like, are you okay? Are you okay? You're like, no,
it's not okay.
Yeah. Well, when you have backhoe to remove the snow, you're having some trouble there.
Yeah. That was pretty bad. But guess what? We're managing, right? We're managing. That's the moral story. Like, we are managing, right? We're getting through.
I'm like on the edge. I think if like one more bad thing happens, I won't be able to laugh. I'm still laughing. But I think like if something else happens. Oh, I got hit by a bus. Also, like not me personally. Yes. I can't make this stuff up, guys, for real. I need to like start video logging all of this stuff that happens.
You should.
Last weekend, it's my daughter's 13th birthday. My cousin has a really nice boat. We're on our way down to the river. I'm at the light to turn down into the marina, and we were just in West Virginia. We weren't that far away. And some man taking his school bus driver's exam didn't swing wide enough to turn right. I was getting ready to turn left. I was in the left lane, stopped at a stoplight. He smashed the whole side of my car. I had 5 kids in the car. I thought I was going to get arrested because this guy would not say he was sorry and would not ask if the kids were okay. And it was making my like mind blow.
Oh
my
my
God.
God.
So I started like yelling at him. My husband like grabbed my wrist and like pulled me in the car because the sheriff was standing there. Because I was like, whatever. But
Oh.
I found out that he failed the talk screen because they take you immediately from the accident when you're. So he was under the influence when this
Oh my
happened. So
God.
that's why he was being such like a jerk. Because he knew he was screwed. So no CDL for that guy. So karma got him, but my car's pretty messed up. And Brooke County School District has to pay to fix it. It goes in August 12th. But
Oh
yeah,
my God.
so
So wait, this guy was taking a school bus driver's driving exam
correct.
Right.
under influence.
Under the influence.
Correct. Correct.
Wow.
And hit my car while I was parked at a stoplight. 5 kids in my car getting ready to get on the boat. I could see the boat. I could have spit on the boat. I couldn't wait to get on the boat. And this happened. It was a
What?
million degrees outside. This was like not this past weekend, but the weekend before.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I could probably say
Tracy,
if this would happen to anybody, it would happen to you, Chrissy.
So my cousin, whose boat I was getting ready to get on, was like, "You need to like get a TikTok or like some type of platform and just start talking about the heinous things that happen every day to you."
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. That's what I was going to say. If anybody, it would happen to you.
Well, that's what happened to me. That's my last few weeks. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine. You know that meme with like the
God.
dog sitting at the kitchen table with everything on fire? That's literally my life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Julia
No.
froze, I think.
Am I hearing?
My-
I can see myself, but can you see me?
You're frozen, but we can
Yeah.
hear you. So that's
Oh,
okay.
Well, I'm glad that everybody was okay. That's
Yeah, we were all fine actually. It took us a second to even realize that he hit us. We thought like we heard something and kind of felt something, but we weren't sure what it was. And my husband was driving. I was in the passenger seat. He was like, "That bus just scraped us." And then they didn't stop because he didn't realize he hit us. But there was another guy from the school district following behind the bus
oh
to
my.
like monitoring his test, and he called them and said, like, "You hit someone, you need to stop."
Oh my God. That's even worse. That's even worse to me.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
you don't know that you hit somebody.
listen, there is a silver lining. I mean, I'm sorry, he hit your car and stuff, but that man would have been driving children to and from school.
Correct. My husband said the same thing. He was like, it's a minor inconvenience to us, but it might have like saved something in the long run. Like
Yeah.
it really is just a minor inconvenience. They're paying for it. They're giving me a rental car. Like it's in the big picture, it's very small. Same thing with like the flooding in my basement. I don't have a finished basement. Nobody was injured. It's fine. Very just a minor inconvenience. It's no big deal. Things could always be worse. All of these things that are wrong currently right now to me are irritating, but minor. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tracy, do you meditate? Like in the morning, do you meditate? And like
No, just coffee and bad humor. Just coffee and bad humor. We just roll through life that way.
Yeah. That's the only thing that gets me through sometimes is laughing about it and drinking my coffee.
Yeah.
Iced coffee and dry humor, the occasional iced tea.
Well, that's good.
Word searches. I'm trying to think of like what I do for stress relief.
Get through all
That's-
these things.
I don't have time to sit and think about anything. I think that's actually like why stuff doesn't bother me because I don't have time
Just
to
gotta keep going on to the next.
Yeah.
we have no choice but to just, it's like finding Nemo, just keep swimming. Like
Swimming.
I've
Yep.
got 19 things to do today. I cannot cry over a broken garage door. We gotta go.
Exactly. My gosh. Well, I guess the moral is we just got to keep on swimming. Just keep
Yep,
on.
keep going. We'll be all right. I mean, momming in today world is real rough. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think pre-COVID things were easier. The post-COVID world is strange and hard to navigate, and things are weird. Like nobody cares about customer service. Like CVS Caremark could not give one crap that I have bad things to say about them. I'm
Yeah.
one of 10 million people that have something bad to say about them. The insurance companies are now villains, where they used to be like helpful tools
Yeah.
in generations prior. They're now like the villain. They're the villain of the doctors. They're the villain of the consumers. They're
Right.
just, they're villains at this point.
Yeah.
I agree. You know, we were kind of talking about that over the weekend, like how everything, because we went to Sam's Club and they don't take cash or debit at the
At the
cafe.
food center, you have to order it through the app. I
Yeah.
realized that too. It's a pain in the freaking.
Right.
Let's make
Well,
everything.
here's my father-in-law who doesn't do anything on his phone, you know what I mean? Who just has cash usually. And I said, well, that's a generation that they're going to leave behind, you know? And so it forced him, well, obviously he just gave my husband paid for it. But I'm like, my father-in-law won't do that. So how is that person then going to order anything there? And so that's going to be then the next thing. All of these things are going to follow suit. So everything is going to be phones and apps and everything. So everything, like you said, just like customer service wise, is AI and on your phones, and nothing's going to be personalized anymore.
No.
You know, and so it's just we're going to lose out on that personalization of things.
100%. And the Sam's Club thing, like I know like a lot of like elderly people where we live, like will go sit and like hang out. They'll like
Right.
go, they'll like, meet a little table and they'll get like a piece of pizza and a pop and they'll just like hang out. But my father-in-law, he's deceased now, but he didn't even have a smartphone. He had an old flip
No.
phone.
Right.
Yes.
But he loved a Sam's Club hot dog. Like every time we would
Yes.
go, he would get a Sam's Club hot dog. And
Yes.
he lived here. So I would have been able to help him. But like, what about people that don't live with their daughter-in-law, like that can set stuff up for you? Like that's
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and the same thing is happening all over the place. Two examples that I have is this weekend we were at a state park and we were staying over one night. Friends of ours have a natural farm and they were doing like a vendor event. And I had to download an app for a national map company just to have the trail map of the state park I was in. Like it didn't cost me anything, but it was very annoying. And I was in state park. Like, what if it didn't have very good signal? You know,
Most
get a
times
map.
you don't either.
Right.
Yeah.
And then my poor kids, they're trying to get jobs. You know, they're 15 and 18. And, you know, when I was a youngster, a long, long time ago, you could walk into a business and say, hey, I'm looking for a job, and talk to a person, give them a sense of you, fill out that paper application, and maybe get a job.
Yeah.
Now, kids with no resume really, because they're just starting out, try to apply. They have to apply online everywhere.
Yeah.
And nobody is getting back to them because, you know, they're new to the industry. So they don't have any of those buzzwords in their online application that's going to get them a job. How are they going to get a job?
Yeah, that is really hard. I never thought about that because that's how I got my jobs, like when I was young before I had any experience. Like my first job ever was in a restaurant, and I like
Right.
walked in to fill out an application to do like prep work, right? But then while I was like talking to the assistant manager while I was filling out the application, he was like, I don't want you in the kitchen. I want you out here. And I'm like,
Right.
okay, I don't have any experience. He's like, no, you'll be fine. You're going to learn to serve. And I was a server for 12 years after
Right.
that. But it was because we were chatting while I was filling out an application.
Right.
Something I was qualified for. Like I could go cut up lettuce in a kitchen at that point. I was a good cook, whatever. But I would have never thought about serving. I didn't have any serving experience. I thought it was going to be hard. And he was like, no, I think you'd be a natural at this. And then it set off. I went to college, finished college, and then didn't ever work in my field because I was making beyond what I would have made in that field, serving and bartending. So that is true. Like if you can't get a sense of what somebody would be good at, like I still look bad on paper, but I've luckily like gotten jobs always based on getting in front of somebody and talking to them.
Yeah.
And it seems like and I was reading an article or something, if they're scanning the application, if there's certain words they're looking for, then they don't even look at the application.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it's all AI that they're looking at the application. So it's like they're not even looking at the people. They're not looking at, bringing them in and stuff like that. So it's definitely going to be harder for our kids to, get jobs too. So it's just going to be harder.
It's bad.
So as we go attack this week coming on a Monday, how are you going to start your Monday today?
Chrissy's already started hers by fighting with insurance companies.
Exactly.
Uh,
I'm starting to get like a little bit mean. I don't know. I'm gonna have to put like the contracts through ChatGPT and see if they can pull out like loopholes for me. Cause at this point, between the warranty company for my husband's truck, as of July 1st, I'm changing our formulary midway through the year. I'm on a tipping point here. Like I'm gonna lose my mind.
Well, we're going to help you get that insurance changed.
that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
We're
you
gonna
definitely
fight with you.
PH95.
Pretty Mama's with you.
Yeah, there is no reason why your child shouldn't have PH95. None.
No reason.
Well, I will take all that help I can get. I'm good at helping other people. Sometimes I'm not great at helping myself.
Isn't that the way? Isn't that
Yeah.
the way?
Yeah.
Tawanda,
All
I
my
mean, that's
friends are
so
happy.
true. That is so true for a lot of us. When it comes to us, we're always helping others, but when it comes to us, we kind of
Yeah.
sometimes have a hard time doing it for us. So remember to take care of you as a mom, you as the parent, you as self in these
Yeah.
hard times.
We'll all get there eventually, I think. I hope.
Yeah. And Chrissy, send me your Venmo or Cash App or PayPal so I can send you some money for coffee because I think you need some.
I got some coffee in the fridge. I'm gonna go make one. I mean, it really is all okay. It's just minor inconveniences. We'll all be all right. And I just hope they like change her med, like they can fix her meds because though I can afford 150 sort of a month, I'd prefer it to go back down to 30.
Yeah. And we don't want her to start her school year on a different.
Oh, I would never allow that. I would find a way. I'd sell plasma first, but I just need like a good solid win over here just for morale's sake. So if anyone from CVS Caremark is listening, throw me a win. I really need one.
Exactly.
This week we need some wins.
Yeah.
So we all need some coffee this morning. We need to go get our iced coffee to get us caffeinated to attack this day and attack this week, right?
Oh yes, because on top of my own personal ridiculousness, we got a whole work week ahead of us too. Then it's heat acclimation week for football. So we have 5 straight days of football practices while they get used to wearing their equipment. So have 4 kids, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Somebody died.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, lady.
Hope you're having the best time. All right, guys, I'll see you all later.
We'll get our coffee, and you guys have a good day. To our listeners, I hope you have also a good day. Talk to you guys later.
See you guys.
Bye.